How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a little vloggy. I'm hoping to try and come back with the whole video making thing. I know I have been making videos on my main channel, been mostly covering stuff in regards to Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I know there's been some stuff that I need to talk about that's been released recently. But the thing is, as well, is there's been like TV spots in regards to Transformers Rise of the Beast, the upcoming live action film. There's quite a lot of stuff coming out. I don't want to. The reason why I've not kind of made any additional stuff is I don't want to spoil it for myself, if that makes sense. I have seen a couple of the TV spots, but yeah, I want to have some sort of element of surprise by the time I actually get around to seeing the film. I know they're not really spoiling loads of things, but the TV spots are starting to add new scenes and new bits that we haven't seen previous. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to be making any more of those videos until the film comes out or whatever, but yeah, I mean, some people might think, well, you started something, why not finish it? But it's one of those things is that it's a film that I am anticipating in seeing, and I generally really enjoy. Obviously I'm a Transformers fan and I'm a Beast Wars fan, and the fan of bringing Beast Wars characters into live action, which I'm really, really happy about. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's a film I'm really anticipating and really interested in checking out when it's out. And so I don't want to. I've seen enough. I've watched both of the main trailers and a couple of the TV spots. But like I say, I don't really want to watch too much stuff. I mean, I know at the end of the day, they are just promoting the film and everything, but unfortunately, sometimes they spoil the films. Basically, what we've seen so far, just in trailer form alone, is pretty much the film. I know there's probably going to be more little surprises here and there that's probably not been seen yet in trailers, in the trailers, but that's exactly why I want to try and keep away from that, if I can help it, as much as I can, because like I say, I want a bit of element of surprise, which, yeah, I want to go in there with a little bit more of an open mind. I've got some idea of what to expect, but that's as far as I really want to go with that. So there's probably not going to be any more Rise of the Beast videos until I've seen the film, and I might do a review on it when I've seen it, and probably do like a review of the film or something. That's probably the plan. But yes, as you can see in this vlog, there's a brand new intro. Just a simple little thing. Yeah, basically, I did make like a little intro for my vlog channel, and I've not really been using it recently. And I kind of did like this really bought a little crappy little intro, just said John Knowles Vlogs, and yeah, just said John Knowles Vlogs. And it was actually like a real close-up picture of my steering wheel of my old car, kind of like the texture and everything on the steering wheel. I don't know why I just used that for some reason as I used like different filters and everything to kind of give it a certain look, and I just kind of used that as a little intro. But yeah, I mean, the one that I'm using, I'm going to be using this intro from now on. It's just a simple thing that is kind of pre-done through the. I didn't actually really make this. I just kind of edited it to kind of work for me. And basically, I use this an editing software on my phone called Power Director. And if anybody out there that makes videos that are looking for something quite decent, or looking for something that's quite user friendly when it comes to an editing software, and it has all sorts of different features and different effects and things. Yes, it's not like I don't think you can use like green screen on it though. I don't think you can. I haven't really looked into that, but I don't think it has the option of like say for some people that make videos, they have like green screen. They kind of put like a green screen film thing behind them, and they kind of project stuff onto it to kind of like make their videos look a certain way. I don't think it has that capability. So if you're one of those people that use visual effects like that, then you probably might want to get something a bit more better than PowerDirector. But for the videos I make and how I go about YouTube, I don't do stuff like that really. So it's kind of perfect for me. But yeah, it's basically kind of it keeps being updated with different things, different features and everything being introduced to it, and you can now actually create your own intros and outros for videos and things. And what you can basically edit, you can kind of like change them and personalize them to whatever it is you do on YouTube, and you can also change how the duration of it as well, so how quick it is and how whatever. So it's pretty cool. So I kind of like slightly customized a pre-existing intro that's in PowerDirector's library. It's got loads. It covers all sorts of stuff: retro, gaming, vlogging, food, everything you could think of that people make videos about. It has like some sort of representation as an intro. So yeah, I found this quite little, just a fun little one. Nothing really blow your mind off incredible, but hopefully it'll get the job done, and it kind of makes my vlogs look a little bit more interesting to a degree. Not that interesting, but you know, it kind of gives something more to the vlogs. Even though most of my vlogs are like this, where I'm basically just sat here talking to a camera, and very few of them are actually kind of about something in particular, unless it's a discussion, some sort of like discussion. I want to talk about certain subject, or travel related. So basically going to a convention or going on holiday, things of that nature. Then then they're more the vlogs where I've kind of gone somewhere. Like my Download Festival vlogs, I've actually done quite well. I did it in, I think, 3 parts. I did 3 vlogs covering Download Festival when I went, and I think I did a pre-vlog and a post-vlog as well. So I did about a series of about 5 vlogs, kind of covering the just before going, like a pre-video, then the actual thing itself, and then when I got home I did a post-vlog. So I did about 5, like a series of about 5 vlogs that was about that. And then when I've gone to conventions like TFN and such, I kind of a lot. The thing is with TF Nation is my vlogs for TF Nation. Like in the past, I kind of did them in parts, but now because I used to have quite a lot of footage, so instead of making the vlogs too long, I decided to kind of part them so that they're a little bit more watchable. Because unfortunately, people have a very short attention span when it comes to anything that is longer than 10 minutes. So, well, in these days, it's more like 5 minutes. Hence why TikTok shorts and YouTube shorts and Facebook shorts, basically anything that's a short video, hence why that stuff's got real popular, because it's like a few seconds. It's about between 10 to 15 seconds. I know TikTok, I mean, I do have a TikTok account. I don't really do anything that great on there. I just kind of like do silly things, lip sync stuff, basically, for the most part. Like most people do on that app. But I do have a TikTok account, and on that you can actually record up to 3 minutes now. which when I first got the app, you could only go a max of a minute, I think. I think you could only record for a max of 1 minute. But now they've updated it so you can actually record for about 3 minutes. So you could actually do something a bit more detailed. So if you wanted to do like a skit, like a comedy skit, or if you wanted to do something or talk about something, that you could actually maybe kind of flush it out a little bit more than for context and things. But yeah, I want to get back into doing my vlogs again. Even though there's not really anything in particular to talk about, but I do want to get back into my vlogs. Get back into doing live streams. I know I keep freaking saying all this, but it never seems to kind of happen. I was thinking about doing a live stream this evening, but I was actually going to do a live stream and kind of talk about a lot of the more recent Transformers Rise of the Beast stuff. But to be honest with you, like I just said in this vlog, I'm probably not going to make any more videos in regards to it. I know there's plenty of other people that are doing it, covering literally every little iota of every teaser, everything that's coming out to promote the film. And I've done a fair few of the videos for Rise of the Beast. I think I've done about 6 altogether. Maybe more, because excuse me. I did a couple videos when it first was early in production, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I think I did the live stream actually when Transformers Rise of the Beasts was first. When a live action Transformers film got announced, I remember doing a live stream, and I kind of like was looking through some articles of like early production stuff, like it was in script. They were like basically writing the script and trying to find a director. So I kind of did some earlier stuff, like earlier in the production of the film, and then I kind of didn't do anything for ages and ages. And then all of a sudden, little things started coming out, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start making some stuff in regards to it. So I decided to go back to an earlier format of video making that I've done before in the past, and just kind of do like a narrative voiceover kind of deal. Even that's not really voiceover, it's just, well, it is actually voiceover, because I'm actually using my voice recorder. In those videos, I'm using the voice recorder on my phone, and I'm actually kind of narrating and voicing my thoughts over certain things that I want to talk about the films. So I mean, like I say, I've spoken a fair bit. I've not said anything about the recent TV spots and for the film, or the little TV trailers. I haven't said anything about the TV spots just yet, so I'm probably not going to bother because, as I said previously in this vlog, I do want to kind of leave something, some kind of element of surprise, because already just in the trailers alone, they've kind of like released quite a lot, and they're starting to show extra scenes that I've never been seen before. And I'm like, come on, I kind of want to see something that I haven't seen in trailers, so I'm going to try and keep away from the trailers as much as I can until the film comes out. But other than that, I want to kind of get back into doing some reviews. I haven't really bought any figures recently, but yet there is still quite a few figures that I picked up that I've not even done a review on. Back when I went to TFN Minicon, I picked up a couple things. Excuse me. I picked up a couple things, and since then I have had a couple pre-orders arrive since TFN Minicon, but I haven't bought anything recently. But like I say, I do want to try and get back into doing some reviews again, my live streams at some point. And yeah, that's basically the plan, really. I want to get back into it because, like I say, you know, earlier this year I started to kind of slump and kind of got a bit burnt out with the whole video making thing. which does happen to me from time to time. I kind of hit a slump of creativity all of a sudden. I haven't even done any drawing recently either. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I just can't be bothered. I just hit like a wall, just hit like a creative wall, and I just can't, like basically like writer's block. But I just have like, I just kind of like just can't be bothered to do anything. I mean, the good thing about me being a smaller YouTuber compared to other people is that it doesn't really matter whether I make a video or not because hardly anybody really watches them, to be honest with you. But it's but not just that, it's because because I'm not a massive YouTuber that has thousands of subscribers, if not millions of subscribers. I'm not privileged to have anything of that size, which, to be honest, I'm actually quite glad I don't, because there's a hell of a lot of stress involved with having a big channel, because you have when you've got a big channel, you're sort of more obliged to make videos than actually doing them out of love and interest. So you've got to constantly come up with new ideas. You've got to start to kind of like produce a schedule, whatever. A schedule basically of just basically trying to upload a video each day, or try and release at least maybe 3 to 4 videos per week. Then maybe do a live streaming, because live streaming is quite popular. So you basically have to constantly, your life pretty much revolves around your channel when it's a big channel. But because my channel isn't anywhere near to that degree, I can sort of dip out for periods and then come back, and nothing seems much different, which makes it a bit easier for me, and I can kind of have a little bit of a break away from it, and then when I feel a bit more up for making something, then I will return and do that. But yeah. So we're fast approaching my holiday away now, in July to Spain. That's fast approaching. We're now in May, so it's about a little over 2 months until we jet off to Spain for a week, me and my mate Smithy. So I'm very much looking forward to that. At least hopefully this year there will be some kind of highlight. As well as also TFN in August as well. So that's only about 3 months, but just over 3 months away. So I'm very much looking forward to July and August. Especially going abroad. That's going to be fun. Because like I say, this will be the second time I've actually been away. Second time in Spain, but it's obviously this is a different area of Spain. Because obviously I went to Benidorm, my first proper holiday away on my own with a couple of friends. When I went with my mate Smithy and my mate Matty, went to Benidorm for I think 10 days. I think we went for, and so yeah, we did that. So obviously Benidorm is in Spain, obviously, but it's obviously a lot more centered around like British. It's very British. It's kind of got this like fake persona about it. Even though we did enjoy it there, but we did enjoy it when we went, but it's basically like kind of Blackpool. It's kind of like, if anyone's ever been to Blackpool, then that's pretty much Benidorm. It's basically Blackpool with sun. And you've got there's some pretty cool little areas that are more out the way of where the whole clubbing side of it is. But this holiday in July, we're going to a place called Salou. So this is the first time I've ever been anywhere else in Spain besides Benny. And Salou is kind of a different area, a completely different place. So it's going to be interesting to kind of. It's a little bit more of a chilled out area as well. It's not as much as like your party hard clubbing sort of area like you would expect with Benny and other areas in Spain and that. So it's a little bit more chilled out. Yes, you still got bars, you still got restaurants, you still got areas, but it's a little bit more touristy in regards to like sightseeing. I think it more centres around sightseeing. So I mean, obviously, I like sightseeing. I'm one of those people when it comes to when it comes to travelling. I do like to do sightseeing and kind of like indulge in a culture, especially ancient history. So if there's anything that dates back quite a long time, it's somewhere I'm kind of drawn to and would like to check out. So yeah, if there's anything like that around there, probably might be an idea. We are thinking of taking a day trip to Barcelona, because Barcelona is only about, by train apparently it's about an hour and a half from Salou to, from the train station or from the train in Salou to Barcelona. It's about an hour and a half on a train, which is basically it's basically like an equivalent from where I live to Leeds. I think Leeds is about roughly an hour and a half duration on train and by car. So yeah, it's basically kind of Hull to Leeds basically in duration, which is quite cool. So we're thinking of doing that. Thinking of going to Barcelona for the day. Just go for, actually kind of, we're thinking of doing that. It depends if anything kind of else crops up or if there's a problem. Then it doesn't really matter. It doesn't mess up anything, but we're just considering it. I found out apparently there's only 3 trains that run from Salou, and one of them is to Barcelona and back. So it should be quite straightforward. If there's only 3 trains that run from Salou itself, then it should hopefully be quite easy, considering I don't speak any Spanish and neither does Smithy. So hopefully that will narrow it down quite easily, that there's only 3 trains that you can take and go back and forth to certain areas from Salou. So, but Barcelona is a place I've always wanted to check out and go. We're obviously not going to be able to do much, in just one day. And also we've got to consider we've got to get back to the train station and get a train back to Salou as well. So it's probably just going to be one of those things where get up relatively early. Not really early, because we are on holiday, but, get up early enough so that you can... it's only going to be like an hour and a half duration travel. So about 3 hours in total just travelling there and back. And then just take your time, have a little walk around, saunter around and just check out a little bit of Barcelona, which is something I would hope we can pull off. If not, there's other things. Apparently we found out that there's like a bus route as well. About half an hour duration you can get on a bus, and there's a couple of areas, couple of places that are only about half an hour on a bus as well that you can check out. So it's not like we're not going to have anything to do. That's one thing. So yes, I think that's going to be today's vlog, and yeah. So basically all I've been doing, obviously this week, obviously been working as per usual. And I'm currently watching some YouTube. I've been watching a bit of anime. Finished the series yesterday. I think it's called Higigiri or something. I can't remember now. Is it Higigiri? I can't remember the bloody name of it now. But I finished that off yesterday. Basically, it's a series. It's quite dark. It's more like it's what I would call a slice of life comedy. But it's more like a young girl runs away from home. A complete strange guy to her finds her, brings her home to kind of like just because at the end of the day she's a young girl on her own, on the street, and this guy who works in an office, like a corporate guy basically, works for this company, and he, out the goodness of his own heart, he takes her in. and he just kind of and he just basically just gives her a roof over her head until she feels better and maybe goes back home, eventually. But they end up kind of like getting really close with each other. Nothing like that. I know some people will be like, "Oh, typical anime," but no, they do kind of like start to kind of care for one another. The guy who essentially takes her in, he basically comes like a big brother to her in a way. But they do start to kind of get feelings for each other. But yeah, they want to just kind of keep it as it is. It's respect, like a respectful thing. But anyway, so I know that's kind of, even though I'm trying to describe a series and people will be like, some people's perception of anime is a negative one, especially when it comes to young girls and older guys. And yeah, I can completely understand that. But at the end of the day, there's not much of an age gap between these two. I mean, the main female character, she's 17. I know that's still young, but she's 17. She's not like she's really, really, really young. But she's 17-year-old young lass who's on the street, and he just takes her in. But yeah, it's a comedy as well, and yeah, some people might think it's very incredibly boring. There's no fighting in it. There's no like Dragon Ball Z or anything like that. It's not giant robots or anything like that. But it's just like a drama comedy. And I quite enjoyed it. It was quite a good series really. It's quite funny. So finished that off last night, and I started a new one called a new anime series called God of High School. Which actually I believe it's a Crunchyroll original, because I've got Crunchyroll. For those that don't know, it's basically it's a subscription site, a bit like Netflix, but it's basically just Japanese anime, Japanese drama, anything to do with Japan pop culture, and so it's basically God of High School. It's basically a bit like Dragon Ball Z, but it's a martial arts centered series, a comedy as well, and it basically kind of centers around this thing called God of High School fighting tournament, and basically all these kids and other people that have practiced different styles of martial art, all come together to compete for like a money, basically a prize money. And so yeah, I'm currently watching that, quite enjoying that as well. It's quite cool. The animation's incredible in it. But what's interesting, I believe it's South Korean. I believe it's got, because all the characters their names are Korean. They're not Japanese, they're Korean. So it's actually a Korean anime. But they've worked with Studio Mappa as well, which is a Japanese studio. So it's actually a collaboration between, obviously it was a Crunchyroll original, but it's a collaboration between a studio in Korea and some sort of, I don't know what it's based on, but it's based on something. It's not based on a manga, it's based on something else, I think. And but yeah, it's like a collaboration between a couple of studios, a Japanese studio and a South Korean studio. But the characters are all Korean instead of Japanese, which is a little bit different. But it's not the first time, because there's quite a lot of anime-related shows that are produced in Korea. And there's also apparently the Chinese anime stuff is actually getting quite popular. There's actually been some really good examples over the last few years that are actually produced in China rather than Japan. So yeah, but that's basically what I've been watching recently. So this evening, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'm going to watch a film or not, but it's one of those evenings. Just got to chill out. It's a Friday night. I'm just got to get myself something to eat soon. Probably in about another hour or something, I might get myself something to eat, or do myself something. And just relax and chill. A nice weekend off until I'm back on Monday. But yes, I want to try and get back into doing some vlogs, maybe once a week at least. and then I want to try and get some live streams out, either on this channel or my main channel. I want to start getting back into doing live streams again, and I want to get back into doing some actual Transformers reviews, like try and get caught up with some figures that I've yet to even review and talk about, that I've got within the past few months or so. But yeah, so that's basically the plan. So keep your eyes peeled for more videos from myself, and I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go and chill for the rest of the evening. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with more videos. And yes, stay awesome, enjoy the weekend, people, and I shall see thee and talk to thee very soon. So bye bye.